This is a JSJ podcast with Jonathan Salmon.
Joseph Catalan, the cat.
And we're missing Chevy Salmon this episode because I guess you did not want to talk about the Triple G Canelo rematch September 15th. So basically we're going to be going into what we think about the rematch, what we thought about the last fight first. I mean, first of all, we have to get
which Canelo won.
And Canelo did not win it.
Come on, man.
Come on. It was a draw officially, though. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, come on.
That's all I'm saying. It was officially a fucking... Can you just admit it was officially a draw?
No, definitely not, because Canelo won the fight.
No, the scorecards say it was officially a draw. So why would you just accept it?
I can't accept it.
You can.
No.
You can accept it. You have no choice because there's going to be a rematch right now.
But my opinion for the first fight is Canelo won the first fight.
I mean, come
by
on.
a round.
By a round?
Yeah, probably two.
Nah, don't. Come on. By one round or by 2 rounds, right?
By
so you
2
think
rounds.
7-5?
7-5, yeah.
I think it's the other way around. I think 7-5 Triple G you could easily make
come on.
that argument.
What you gave? Triple G the first round?
No. I gave Canelo the first 3 rounds and then the last 2 rounds. And then the rest I gave to Triple G in between.
Relax.
Yes, man.
Relax, homie, man.
I'm not relaxing nothing. That's what the fuck I think happened. That's what happened. You know, I'm sticking to my guns, bro. But I do look, I think both guys did good work in the first fight. It's just that I felt that Triple G controlled a majority of the middle rounds. Like Canelo's on
middle rounds, but I'll give him 4th, 5, and 6. That's about it.
That's
7 and 8 is
what,
disputable.
4, 5, and 6. That's
7
still,
and 8 is disputable.
That's still 2 more rounds that you should give him because you said
I said 7 and 8 is disputable. 9th is definitely Triple G.
10,
exactly. 10 is
10 was closer.
10 was closer, yeah.
The other rounds,
11 and 12 was definitely Canelo.
Yes, exactly. 11 and 12 in the first 3 rounds. Thank you. Prove my point.
Yeah, but
so
7
pretty
and
much,
8
so
was
Canelo
disputable.
lost the fight on rounds.
Hell no.
He lost it. He lost it on points.
Definitely not.
It's okay. You heard it here first. He literally just said he won the last 2. He won the first 3, and then
7 and 8 is disputable.
That was it. 7 and 8 is disputable. But if it's disputable, then I guess then a draw is not that out of the question. Then,
well, I
right?
think
Isn't it though?
The Canelo
No. If Canelo won 5 rounds for sure, right? In your opinion, and then 2 of the other rounds that he possibly could have won that you gave him were debatable, that means a draw is actually not insane.
No, they were debatable for you guys, but it was all right. Canelo won those rounds.
Oh, come on, man! You just want to be argumentative, bro. That's
no,
it.
It's not. I
thought
it was a close fight, but not close enough.
I'm gonna tell you this, man. Canelo, he did a lot of good job. He did a great job counter punching in the first fight, right? That's his
Definitely,
style.
and defending himself. He was defending himself like crazy.
He was great. He would even turn away from. There are certain shots that Triple G would land, and he would land them, but then he would kind of turn away from the punch and take the power off the punch. Look, Canelo's super slick, right? I would say he's the slicker boxer out of the two. But I will say that Triple G kind of put the pressure on him. He made him feel his presence. He cut the ring off. He had him up against the ropes for significant periods of time.
What the fuck did he do against the ropes?
He was hitting him to the body, and he was hitting him to the head. Get out of here, bro. You can watch
counter punch.
The
best counter punches of Canelo was off the ropes.
Watch the fight again, man. Yes, he can. Look, he did great.
The best counter punches out of Canelo were off the ropes.
So that means, did that negate all the other offense that Triple G was sending his way?
Just because Triple G put him against the rope and punched a few times doesn't mean that he won.
Yeah, but but this is the problem. You're making it sound like Triple G punched the air and that was it. He didn't touch Canelo.
He punched mostly gloves.
He punched mostly gloves. No, what are you talking about? When? Where?
When
Matter of fact,
Canelo skipped
because Canelo is
and bobbed and watch. He's fucking he bobbed and weave. He's fucking punches.
I could have swore you said
the ropes.
I could have swore you told me one time that Canelo is more of a he's not a blocker. So
no,
what punches?
He's not. He's
so
not.
what do you say? He's not. So he's not blocking punches.
He
so
wasn't
was
blocking, but Canelo was bobbing and weaving, and Triple G was catching the gloves. The Canelo was going on bobbing and weaving.
You see him say he's stumbling. That's why he caught him a bunch of times against the rope. Get out of here, man. It wasn't it. You know what it is? I think people have gotten used to the fact that Triple G knocks out. It was like
Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier on the ropes.
Oh my goodness!
Relax.
Oh my, Joe Frazier. You may be having your parties muddled up, man. You mean George Foreman?
George Foreman, yeah.
That's what okay. Well, no. That's not how. A matter of fact, you know what the funny thing is? George Foreman was essentially winning that fight. It's just that.
George Foreman was a fucking powerhouse, man. God, George Foreman is like.
Look, Muhammad Ali set him up. Basically, he couldn't move as well as he used to because he had time off from the game. So he would catch a lot of the punches on his gloves, and he would take a little shots to the body and stuff like that. And he would dodge a lot of the shots up top. And Foreman got tired, and then he was like, "Okay, I'm ready to unleash these combinations on you." Right? Yeah. So, but I mean, that's not what Canelo did. Canelo didn't do that. Canelo was bob and weave, and he wouldn't return. He would bob and weave. He wouldn't return.
He returned, man. He counterpunch, man.
Yes, he would counterpunch, but let's be honest. It wasn't like a consistent string. Like he would counterpunch once, and it wouldn't really affect Triple G, and Triple G would be right back on the attack. So it's like, yes, you have to still count the punch. Don't act like the punch never happened. But if you hit a guy flush one time, but then he comes back and he hits you, he gives you some
exactly.
Some good,
that's what happened.
Some
in
good
the
shots
round.
eight times.
That's what happened in the 8th round when Triple G hit Canelo one time, and then Canelo returned 5 punches, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, what a punch!" Relax.
Come on now, buddy. Look, all right. So the first fight happened. It was a draw, which Triple G potentially won, but it was a draw.
Which Canelo won,
thanks to horrible judges.
Oh come on!
Because look, I tell you right now, at least give Canelo. If you're gonna give
like
Canelo,
Letterman wasn't judging the fight against Triple G. You know, it was like, oh yeah, Triple G won. Like, come on, relax.
All right, man. I mean, so we're on to a new fight now. This is a new fight. It's a new experience.
So all right, so tell me what Triple G needs to do and what Canelo needs to do for the next fight.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with Canelo because he has to do less. Like he has less he needs to work on for the rematch than Triple G. So Canelo is going to have to basically walk Triple G down a little bit. He's going to have to be a little bit more aggressive. He's going to have to stay in the pocket a little bit more, which is the danger zone. So
danger zone.
He's going to be right up in that danger zone. He has to be because I don't think Triple G fights well going back. So because he doesn't fight well going back, if you put that pressure on him and really make him feel that presence, and that doesn't mean he has to be attacking Triple G. This is the great thing. Because
he could just jab him, feint, walk a little bit more forward than what he was doing the first fight. Because let's face it, I'm gonna admit,
in the first round he did that, and he did very well.
Of course, yeah. But Canelo did not walk forward in the first fight. He did not try to push him and put his body on him. I think it was a little bit afraid of his punches.
Yes, he was concerned about his power.
Yeah,
he has to, and he's the smaller man. He has to be concerned about Triple G's power. But
that was his mistake because in the first round he did great. He was pushing him over. He was trying to take over and
he controlled the center.
Yes,
he controlled the center of the ring, and he needs to control the center of the ring in the fight. He didn't control the first round. He controlled the center of the ring in the first fight, and then as the fight progressed, he would just find himself on the ropes, and that's also because Triple G is a beast. He felt he had to have felt his power because there's no reason for him to be backing off like that. So that's why he was feeling some power in the first
of course.
match.
I mean, I'm not going to deny any power from Triple G. Probably he did feel his power. And plus, the other thing is that Triple G, that's how he fights. He walks forward.
Yes.
So Canelo is a very dynamic fighter. I don't think he walks forward or backwards all the time. He just adjusts to the fight. that he's fighting.
Yeah, exactly. He adjusts to his opponent.
So I guess he was just adjusted to Triple G walking forward.
He tried to be the matador.
Yeah,
to Triple G's bull.
To take him. Yeah.
You know, but I don't.
That was a mistake too.
I don't think he's gonna work this time. If he does that again, he's gonna be in big trouble. He needs to maintain the center. He needs to He needs to push Triple G back. You know, and obviously he's gonna be counterpunching as he usually does, right? So and
body punches.
And body punches. I mean, look, body punching is gonna be important for both guys. Like, and also. You had brought up a point to me before about Canelo's kind of defense. That he's a what you say? What was it?
He's not a blocker. He's a bob and weaving kind of guy when he counter punches.
So he's like he slips and rips.
Yes.
Instead of blocking and returning.
Just like I compared to what Bernard Hopkins and Mayweather. Mayweather doesn't really bob and weave. Mayweather doesn't really block with his hands. Mayweather bob and weaves, just like when he does the counter punch that he does, the pull back punch.
Yeah, the pull counter. Yes, exactly.
Like he does the pull counter where the punch he moves away from the punch and hits you back.
Yes.
Where Bernard Hopkins or even Winky Wright, will take the punch into their hand and hit you right back,
and then counter back. Yes, and that's the whole thing, because that's what makes Canelo's style more draining.
Of course,
actually. So because
and that's where Triple G could take advantage, because Canelo could still get hit if he's not fast enough, especially in the later rounds.
Exactly. So now, right now, what we said, Canelo's points. Look, and I gotta say too, he should give ground at times, right? And I don't think it's not out of the question that if he goes to the ropes, he's automatically going to do bad. But if he goes to the ropes, his it has to be split second combination. Boom, boom, back off the ropes again. The only thing is, he just gonna have to worry about either Triple G's left hook if Canelo tries to go to the right, or Triple G's right hook if he's going to his left. So that's really what.
Well, Triple G has to throw more to the body.
Yes, exactly. So Triple G,
because the first fight he did not.
He did not. He didn't throw enough body punch. And the thing is with Canelo's style, because he's such a slip and rip kind of guy, his nervous system's always working, and he's always watching. He always has to move his body. He's moving at the waist constantly.
Yeah, but you know what the problem?
That tires you out.
No, with Triple G is the Triple G doesn't do a jab to the body, to the midsection.
Exactly.
He would do a jab to the head.
He has a great jab.
He has a good jab, and the jab should go to the body first. Or at least for after, let's say after the 5th round, he should stop going for the head.
Yes.
And go for the body.
And just go for the body. I think he does it a little earlier though. I think if Triple G really wants to take it, like don't go to the body in round 1. It's like you almost feel things out.
Because of course,
make him feel like it's the same kind of.
Because Canelo is a little too hyperactive of those rounds. You have to wait for him to slow down.
Exactly. You have to wait for him to relax a little bit. And sometimes, and a lot of people will say, man, you give him a chance to relax, he's going to feel the fight and be a little bit better.
No, but the thing is that Canelo's moving more than Triple G.
Yes.
That's the thing. He's jumping up and down.
He's bouncing, he's moving around. He's bouncing. He's back and forth.
And Triple G is walking.
Yes. So he's always
He's more of a flat-footed fighter.
He's always going to be conserving his energy a little bit more. And because of that, you go to Canelo's body, right? You jab up top, and you jab to the body constantly. Jab up top, jab to the body, jab up top, and then keep that up and down motion going. I say he starts that in round 3.
Yeah.
Maybe at end of round 2, going into round 3, he starts focusing a little bit more on the body, and then starts breaking him down from there. If he can start breaking down Canelo to the body early, those last rounds are going to look very,
especially with the energy that Canelo is known for, that he doesn't last very long, that he's very drained.
And you know what it
is?
At
the later rounds.
Even though
in the last fight he was smart. Better.
He fought smart because you know what? The first rounds he was high energy.
Yeah.
And then he kind of, and those middle rounds.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like he almost got a second wind at the end.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what made him. Now, is that a game plan? Was that a game plan decision? Or was it just a natural second win? Like he just was like, damn, I got a second win. I'm ready to go again.
Yeah.
And he was he was attacking Triple G's body a lot. So, it could have been a game plan the whole time.
Yeah.
But Triple G is definitely gonna have to stick. He's gonna have to stay on him. He's gonna have to throw a lot more volume. He has to throw volume, and just as you says that Canelo always likes to move his head. He's bobbing, he's weaving, he's slipping, and doesn't really like to block. Because of that, if Triple G ups his offense, he's more likely to catch him. And obviously, you shouldn't depend on like some kind of wild haymaker punch. Like okay, but the more volume he has, the more likely he's going to be able to catch Canelo with something flush. You know, like in the middle of like his bob and weaving dance.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's pretty much what he's gonna have to do if he wants to win that one. Like, but it's still tough. It's because Canelo is a very slick. He's very slick. You know, he's a very slick fighter.
Yeah.
Like he's not a guy that, you know, even though his camp was talking about we're not going to change much, which is I feel like it's
but
just
you know
gamesmanship.
I think Canelo is more like you know what who Canelo reminds me of, even though it's a different weight class, different division. Well, not really because he pulled up. He reminds me of Marquez a little bit. Juan Manuel Marquez.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Like
yeah,
his style of fighting. That's basically, even though Marquez was more ruthless though. Marquez was more he was more tougher than
I will say like Marquez was he was definitely a slip and rip kind of guy. But he would also brawl with you a little bit. And like
exactly.
Like and you can watch all those Manny Pacquiao fights over and over again. Like those fights are crazy. Like you just go, Jesus, those are crazy fights, man.
That because Marquez was the counterpuncher, but the thing is that's what Canelo needs to do. He needs to get into like a Marquez mode, where he can brawl with Triple G, time to time, not all the time, but let's brawl
with Triple G. That's like that could be a death sentence too.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, it could be a death sentence, but I think it's he's able to pull it off.
Yeah, I mean, you know what it is. But it's like it's that balance of being.
I mean, we all want to see a brawl between both of them anyway.
Yes, we want to see action. That's the whole thing. We want to see some high action kind of thing. But it's just I don't see this fight playing out like some action packed crazy kind of match. Like people they want that, and their styles can produce it. The only way I think that happens is if Triple G ups his volume. If Triple G doesn't up the volume like that, then I doubt we're gonna see. No,
you know how it happens too. If Triple G full power hit Canelo in the head, and Canelo takes it, it could happen.
Like we'll see like a crazy
because it could happen because Canelo be like, yo, I could take your punches. I'm not afraid to go head to head with you.
Shit, but that's a bad. I mean,
and that's just to say, that's just a dream because if it happens, I don't know the power of Triple G.
Yeah, like if he's able to actually, like if he's in the middle of the fight, if he gets hit in the middle of the fight, and he's like, you know what, I'm able to take his punch.
Yeah,
like that's the only other way.
Like odd. I don't think it's like I don't think anybody can take Triple G's power.
Yeah, I think it's unlikely.
You know, but it's unthinkable.
Like Triple G is a monster, man. Like there's no like the amount of
KO. I can't doubt on his power.
The KO ratio, man. Like it's something like high 80s or something like that. 80-something% KO ratio, like or maybe 90. Like he's a monster. Like so, I don't blame Canelo for moving around and slipping and ripping like he did, but. I tell you what, like he needs to back up He needs to make Triple G respect him a little bit more, and
plus Triple G. That's why he fought the way he fought too, because he did respect Canelo's power too. Because let's face it, Canelo has the less power between the both of them.
Not necessarily. I mean, power is such a funny thing, though.
Yeah, but Canelo has power too, so you can't really
exactly like
so Triple G cannot be like just because he has less power, he's not able to knock me out.
This is the funny thing about power. It doesn't necessarily mean he's just smaller than him, and he's bigger, Triple G. So he's probably just able to absorb. I guess
more.
Yeah, he's able to absorb his
power,
but
not over time. If he gets getting hit.
And you know what? And that's the whole thing. That's the thing that was concerning when you watched the last fight with Triple G. Like with Triple G in the last fight, when it gets to 12th round, he was tired. You know. Canelo has been going to his body throughout the fight and everything like that, he got a little bit fatigued. That last round, he was very much, he started turtling up, and not completely like where he just, all he did was put up his gloves as defense, but there are times where he was so tired and his momentum, like Canelo was able to stop his forward momentum, that he would just kind of have his hands up by his cheeks and he would just take a couple of shots and just kind of be stuck, like he's just frozen. So Canelo's gonna have to do that again. Like he has to make Triple G freeze up during the fight. He can't once he has him freezing.
The only way you can freeze him up is walk him down.
I mean, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, in terms of going forward,
he has to back him up.
He has to back him up
because Triple G is not a good backwards fighter.
Yeah, you just can't. There's nothing that I've seen in Triple G's matches that indicate to me that
he could fight back.
That fighting backwards is his thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it feels like it's just not his thing.
Let's say for the sake of argument that he could fight backwards.
Yes,
but he's been so out of practice of it because he's so used to fighting forward that
because he's so
against
powerful.
A professional, like Canelo, he won't be able to.
Exactly. It's about like Canelo can go into second, third gear, whereas Triple G, like I don't want to say he only has one mode, but he could have a second gear, but I don't see it going past that. Like I don't see him going. I don't see him going first gear, second gear, third gear. You know, fourth gear. I don't see him doing that. I feel like it's going to be like first gear, second gear, and just being. He has to just be more. He has to just attack more. He has to do more of what he already does. Yeah. But just at a higher volume and more aggressive. Like essentially, like that's pretty much not the only way, but I feel like that's one of the only ways he's going to really have a good chance against Canelo, because he can't really sit back and just chill and try and act like he's going to. Yeah. Counter punch Canelo.
Oh yeah,
that would be.
You can't.
You know, that would probably be a recipe for disaster. But
I mean, to tell the truth, the way I see this fight going, if I make any predictions,
you making the pick?
I'm making the pick. I'll say Canelo will win this fight.
This is a shocker. I'm so surprised that you would say that. Sir.
No, it's just you know why I think Canelo will win the fight? Not because I think he won the first one. Not because I think he's a better fighter. It's because he's younger. Mm-hmm. He has a lot going on right now. He has a lot to prove. Yeah. And
he needs to win this fight.
He needs to win this fight. So he's hungrier. He's hungry. He's younger. I think that he has a game plan that's going to work.
I don't know if he's hungrier, but I mean, hunger is also a very...
Yeah, because he has something to prove. He has something to prove that he not lose this fight.
Yeah, but so does Triple G. Triple G wants to be like, look, I don't want to be the guy where they stay. This is the thing with Triple G. A lot of people try and criticize his opposition that he's had. So it's like he's like, look, I need to beat Canelo to let people know I really was a real champion. Like I was a real top class champion. Like he needs Canelo's scalp. Like he needs to beat Canelo too, because he's like, look, that's his whole legacy. If he beats Canelo,
he's 37 now.
He's 36.
36.
Yeah, so 36. He's running out of time.
He's definitely if he's gonna make an impact in boxing,
it has to be.
It has to be.
It has to be this fight.
To be Canelo.
That's why I see him being just as hungry.
Yeah, but the thing is that you got Canelo's other hand. If Canelo loses, his career is done.
You think so? You think if he loses, his career is over?
Come on. Well, he lost to the biggest fighters. He lost to Mayweather. Yeah. And now he's going to lose to Triple G. He doesn't want to lose to Triple G. He wants to be, because
no one wants to lose, period. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, but basically, if he beats Triple G, Canelo will become the number one boxer.
Pound for pound?
Pound for pound.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, would make sense.
Because if he beats Triple G, that's it. Canelo is the number one pound
over
Andre Ward?
Over
Lomachenko?
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
I mean, look, yes, it's very possible. I think so.
Yeah, because he beat another pound for pound.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, it's not like back in the day, pound for pound fought each other all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
That is very rare.
Like now, it's super common. now, though, too.
Yeah.
Like 2 pound for pound people will meet each other. For my prediction,
I mean, what we've seen pound for pound lately, besides Triple G and Canelo, Mayweather and what?
McGregor.
McGregor. Yeah, okay. McGregor. Sure. Lately in the few years of past 2 years, 3 years, we haven't seen a pound for pound.
I'm sure that we've
each other.
seen it. I mean, Kovalev and Ward.
That was like 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, no, but
all right,
they had 2 fights. What was one last year?
No,
one was last year. Yeah.
Right.
That's when Andre Ward knocked him out and he retired.
Yeah.
So
Andre Ward retired. Yeah, well, he had to. He had an injury in the shoulder.
Yeah, he was injury prone and everything.
Yeah.
But my prediction, I do like my head says Canelo just because I think he has more options, but my gut could be telling me that Triple G would just like pull something out of the bag, man.
You can't deny that Triple G's power is there and it could pull it off for him.
It's the great equalizer.
But yeah, it's the great equalizer.
If he goes to his body, if he's able to be disciplined and go to Canelo's body a lot in this fight, and
not only that, just catch him,
slow his feet down, man. That's how he slows his wheels down.
Yeah,
catch him in that body.
Catch him in the head.
Catch him in the head and the body. Head, up and down. Don't just play one. Don't just focus on one game. It has to be combinations. Have to constantly be going up and down. It can never just be full combinations just to the head.
Yeah.
Up and down game.
So we'll see what happens. But no, I believe that Triple G has a chance, but I think Canelo's gonna win.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a fight.
And I think, and I'm able to predict that Canelo's gonna win with a body punch in the 8th round
by KO.
Yes.
I'm not even picking no rounds, man. I'm not.
I'm telling you, in the 8th round, Canelo's gonna be in with a body punch.
I don't think. I mean, if it happens, I will go on the podcast and give you congratulations ASAP. But that's a bold prediction right there, man. It's super bold. But I don't think it's not impossible, but very bold. Yeah, I think Triple G by decision, even though he doesn't want to go back to the scorecards, maybe. But I'm thinking it's super hard because that's what I'm saying. My head is saying Canelo. It's my head and my gut is they're both connected. You know what I'm saying? The gut flora and all that. It's connected to your brain as well.
Well, my head and something else is connected.
Man. But anyway, I do think that it's going to be a close match no matter what. That's ultimately my prediction.
Close match, but you don't dare to predict who's going to win? I
don't like predicting fights, man. Because you know what it is? Like a fight is such a chaotic thing. It's always
there's certain fights that some people do not think it's gonna happen or they hate to predict. But this is one fight that I was very I was thinking about it, looking at the first fight, and I think that I'm pretty confident that Canelo's gonna win.
Hey, that's you, man. That's you. We gotta wait and see what happens.
Oh, gotta wait.
So, guys, if you liked the episode, give us a like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell because we'll be coming out with a lot more boxing-related topics as well as our usual culture and lifestyle topics that we also talk about on the podcast. And hopefully Siobhan will be back next time.
Yeah.
Get some of that feminine energy back into the whole thing.
Yeah. Hit us up on a Facebook, JSJ Podcast.
And also follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram is up and running. And our website will be coming soon. So look out for that, guys.
And on Facebook, you can click on the watch videos. And you'll be connected right away with our YouTube page.
So see you guys in the next one.